Teacher no me mandó ayer el mini video.
Se me olvidó. Luego te lo mando.
Sí.
Ok, de todos modos no te perdiste mucho, ¿o sí?
No, pero nada más para.
5 minutos nada más. Okay, guys, so let's begin. Page 101. Talk about politics. That's the activity we're going to do. So it says, per work, which political questions do you think would be too personal or controversial to ask? So please answer that, and then we're going to practice the conversation. Okay, guys, you ready?
Yes.
Yes? Yes, Sale, Andres, Joali, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, very good. Don't give me your answers in this moment because we're going to use that information in the conversation. So it says conversation activator with a partner, change the conversation model to bring up a topic that might be controversial. Partner B can answer or decline to discuss the question, then change roles. So here we go.
Let's change the conversation model.
Do you mind if I ask you a political question? No problem. What would you like to know? Well, what do you think about the president? Actually, I think she's great.
Or if you don't want to answer,
Do you mind if I ask you a political question? No offense, but I feel a little uncomfortable talking about that. I hope you don't mind. Absolutely not. It's a good thing I asked.
now let's change the conversation model again. Don't stop. Ask other political questions. Say as much as you can.
Do you mind if I ask you a political question?
No problem. What would you like to know?
Well, are you a liberal?
No, I'm not. I'm a moderate.
So what do you think about our banking policies?
I'm not sure. What about you?
I haven't made up my mind. Can I ask you another question?
Sure, shoot.
Who are you voting for in the election next week?
No offense, but I feel a little uncomfortable talking about that. It's a little personal. I hope you don't mind.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so that is the kind of conversation we're going to practice. Remember that you have two options. You can accept or you can decline to talk about it, okay? But let's try to practice everything, okay? So here we go. Remember that we are going to use the model of this conversation. Remember that is the model, okay? All right, so Ale, you are A, and Andres, you are B.
Okay.
Remember, Sorry, remember to use the answers you have in activity A, okay?
Yes. Oh, Andy. Do
No,
you mind?
You're right.
Por eso yo soy A, ¿no?
Ajá, eso te entendí que dijiste yo soy B.
No,
Ah,
dije,
ok.
okay, Andy.
Ok.
Do you mind if I ask you a political question?
No problem. What would you like to know?
Well, what do you think about our government's policies?
No offense, but I feel a little comfortable. I think they have made deep changes in the political and public politics.
So, ¿cómo se llama este señor? ¿El peje?
Andrés Manuel.
And so Andrés Manuel is not, he's not, ¿cómo se dice? Su mejor gobernante, ¿no?
The best ruler or the best governor.
Su best ruler.
Best president, you can say.
So you don't like how es que ya no sé cómo interpretar eso. Es que es complicado la política.
Yes, I know.
Bueno, ya. So Andrés Manuel is not your best president.
Or you can say he's not the best president because if you say your president is more a direct question. No?
Yes, yes, yes. So I guess no.
Could you repeat the answer? I can't catch it.
So Andrés Manuel is not the best for you.
Well, I agree with him, but I couldn't agree more than a little changes that they have promoted.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, thank you.
Okay, very good. All right, Andres, you are A, and Joali, you are B, please.
Hi, Joali. How are you? You mind if I ask you a political question?
Hi, no problem. What will you like to know?
Well, how do you feel about how do you say LGBT new order? ¿Cómo le puedes decir? LGBT.
LGTB, no sé qué.
LG.
TTTB.
All the letters of the alphabet.
Yes, I know.
All LGBT, how do you say? Liberation? ¿Cómo dicen? ¿Cómo dicen?
What?
What do you es que ya, ¿cómo dije?
I didn't understand. Can you repeat again?
How do you feel about LGBT liberation? ¿Cómo diría? LGBT new laws?
New order.
New order.
LGBT rights?
Derechos.
Rights.
Right.
You can say rights serían derechos.
Yes, because they are how do you say, they are pushing for getting more rights.
Yeah,
Civil
they're
rights.
pushing to get more rights.
How do you feel? Joali?
I
Okay,
don't.
time out. Wait. Okay, Andres, can you repeat again? Remember that you have to begin with, do you mind if I ask you, obviously you are not using the political question, so you have to specify what kind of questions you are going to make. So do you mind if I ask you a question
Controversial.
about LGBT rights, for example?
¿Cómo?
Okay.
Como que se cortó.
Do you mind if I ask you a question about LGBT whatever rights?
Así lo preguntaría.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you about the LGBT rights and how the actual government have promoted it?
Yeah, no problem. Well, I think I'm agree about this topic because I'm not completely liberal, but I think something something right, something that don't cause a big problem because who is
Sorry, Joali, but he hasn't asked you the question yet. So why don't you just why don't you just ask him? Or why don't you just say, no problem, what would you like to know? And then he asks the questions and then you answer.
Eso ya lo habíamos hecho. ¿Y ahorita qué hizo él?
Entonces ya me confundieron los dos.
Yo igual me confundí.
Sí, yo también me confundí.
Empecemos de nuevo y cambio rápido. Do you mind if I ask you a political question, Joali?
Oh, a political or no political?
A political question.
Okay, all right, ya la cambió. Okay.
Yeah. No problem. What would you like to know?
Well, are you liberal or conservative?
Is other question? No, it's not. Well, I don't think I have something to define or completely right with one of both.
Time out,
but-
time out. One more time. No, one more time. Otra vez ya me sacaron de onda. A ver, Andrés empezó con, do you mind if I ask you a political question? Y tú le tienes que contestar, no problem, what would you like to know? Entonces ya Andrés hace la pregunta y ya.
Sí, sí lo hicimos.
Ay, entonces me perdí.
Sí.
Se me hace que se
Profesor,
le
es que
cortó,
ya-
teacher. Se me hace que se le cortó y no escuchó.
Okay, one
We
more
are
time.
breaking.
One more time.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask you a political question, Joali?
No problem. What would you like to know?
Okay, that's better.
Well, are you liberal or conservative?
Well, I don't think I have something to define. I think I write book, but I don't like to close myself, but I could learn, ¿cómo se decía? Learn,
Moderate?
no,
Radical.
learn towards, como me inclino, ¿sí? ¿Era eso?
Decline.
Lean to.
Lean to.
Towards, liberal.
Oh, that's good.
You can ask another question if you want, okay?
And who are you voting for in the election, in the next election?
I don't have idea. The truth is that I don't even know who the candidates are. I don't know.
Okay, very good. All right, excellent. Okay, Yoali, you are A, and Ali, you are B.
Okay.
Hello, do you mind if I ask you a political question?
No problem, Joali. What would you like to know?
What do you think about the president?
De Andrés Manuel I'm thinking that this president and the fourth transformation is a joke,
Yeah.
a completely joke.
Yeah, I understand. What advice would you like to give the president?
I think that if I give him an advice, for me, sería,
Would be,
will be a waste of time. The mister didn't, the mister not hear,
doesn't.
doesn't hear the, no presta oídos, ¿cómo lo puedo decir?
Doesn't pay attention or doesn't hear.
Doesn't pay attention to al pueblo, al town, people.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah,
Excellent, guys. Very good.
Something more? Something is missing? No?
What?
no, I think.
Que si falta algo más.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you very much. All right. Let's continue to the next page. I send you some information on the WhatsApp. Okay. That we are going to use that in the next page, in the next pages. So please pay attention. The first thing we're going to do before the grammar is the conversation. It says, discuss controversial issues politely. So pay attention to the conversation, please. Conversation model, read and listen to a polite conversation about a controversial issue. So here we go.
Read and listen to a polite conversation about a controversial issue.
How do you feel about capital punishment? I'm in favor of it. I believe if you kill someone, you deserve to be killed. What about you?
Actually, I'm against the death penalty. I think it's wrong to take a life, no matter what.
Well, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree.
Okay, so this is the conversation. Now, we have a new expression, which is, well, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. This is an expression that means that I understand you, but I don't share your point of view. Okay, that is the meaning of we'll have to agree to disagree. I understand your opinion, but I don't think the same. Okay.
Como que estoy de acuerdo con tu desacuerdo, algo así.
Something like that. Something like that. In Spanish, I don't think there is an equivalent. Agree to
Sí.
disagree.
Sí, por eso.
It's like saying, I understand your point of view, but I have a different idea, no? Okay. Because as you can see, the second girl says, I'm in favor of it. And then the first girl says, I'm against it. No, I'm against the penalty. So that's why it says, we'll have to agree to disagree, no? Okay. Now, disagreement, what are the expressions we can use? What are the expressions we can use with disagreement? I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. Really? I have to disagree with you there. Do you think so? I'm not sure I agree. Well, I'm afraid I don't agree. Or no offense, but no offense, but I just can't agree. These are the expressions we can use to indicate disagreement. Okay?
Disagreement.
Now, if you want to indicate agreement, which is the opposite, you can say, I agree with you on that one. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't have said it better myself, or that's exactly what I think. Okay, these are the expressions we can use to agree. Okay. Yes, guys?
Estoy masticándolo, teacher.
Okay, very good. If you have any questions about vocabulary, you can ask me.
I'm not sure I agree.
No entendí muy bien el I guess we have to agree to disagree.
Es que, o sea, lo que está dando a entender es que está de acuerdo con el punto de vista, pero no concuerda con su punto de vista particular.
Okay.
Eso es lo que significa we'll have to agree to disagree. Ajá, tendremos que estar de acuerdo en no estar de acuerdo. Más o menos es la traducción. Pero básicamente lo que está diciendo es, ok, sí, apoyo tu punto de vista, pero no estoy de acuerdo con él. Más o menos esa sería la idea de esa oración, de esa expresión.
De acuerdo.
¿Ok?
Oye, teacher, do you think so? I'm not sure I agree.
Ajá.
No estoy segura, estoy de acuerdo, pero no es en...
No,
esa frase.
I'm not sure I agree, no estoy de acuerdo, no estoy segura de
estar de
acordar.
acuerdo.
Ajá,
Sí,
estar
sí.
de acuerdo. Lo
Ya.
que pasa es de que en este caso, como tenemos el negativo, tenemos que utilizar agree. Si no tuviéramos el negativo, podríamos utilizar disagree.
Ujú. Por eso me confundí.
I disagree. Eso sería no estoy de acuerdo.
I disagree.
Pero como tenemos el negativo, no podemos utilizar un doble negativo. No podemos decir I'm not sure I disagree, por ejemplo.
Por eso también la de abajo, I'm afraid I don't agree.
Exactamente, porque tienes el negativo, tienes la forma negativa. Y también en el último, I just can't agree. Como tienes negativos, tienes que utilizar agree en afirmativo. Si quieres utilizar disagree, que es la forma negativa, tienes que eliminar los negativos. Por ejemplo, la última quedaría, no offense, but I just disagree.
Ok, sí, también.
En la segunda quedaría, well, I'm afraid I disagree. Pero tienes que eliminar los negativos. ¿Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yoali, no questions?
I think so.
You think so? Okay, very
I'm
good.
afraid I don't.
Let's listen to the conversation again, please.
Listen again and repeat. Then practice the conversation model with a partner.
How do you feel about capital punishment?
I'm in favor of it. I believe if you kill someone, you deserve to be killed. What about you?
Actually, I'm against the death penalty. I think it's wrong to take a life, no matter what.
Well, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree.
Okay.
Okay.
Questions?
Oh.
No questions? Okay, very good. All right then. Now, are you in favor of capital punishment? Explain. Okay. So, are you in favor of capital punishment? Ale, Andres, Joali, I want to hear your opinion, please.
I think not, but are many people very sick in the street or in the world? So maybe I agree.
Okay. So that's your opinion. What about you guys, Andres and you and Ali?
I don't know. I had not thought of it. I think I'm not agree.
I don't agree.
I don't agree
Okay, why
with the
not?
punishment. I don't know. I think the como los pecados o the sins or
The sins, yes.
the sins you paid in her. Bueno, los pagarás en la tierra. Sí lo entendió, ¿verdad?
What?
Todo se paga, teacher.
Everything comes down, everything comes around. Everything comes around es una expresión como decir todo lo que es malo se repite. Everything comes around.
Y yo lo que quería decir, everything you will paid in earth, en la tierra.
On earth, okay.
On
You will
earth.
pay everything on earth, okay. Very good. All right. Okay, Ale.
Entonces, come around, ¿verdad?
What?
La expresión es come around.
Come around, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Andres, it's your turn.
I don't know. I think I don't agree.
Okay, why not?
Maybe the person that commit no sé, a crime should be judged by how do you say ministerio, ¿cómo se dice? No lo sé. No, I don't agree, but in other countries that works. I don't know, but I am not. Don't agree.
So you think that in Mexico won't work?
No, Mexico won't work. We are, how do you say? We are subhumans, like Trump said.
Okay.
Yes, I think that. Yes.
Nosotros somos muy, ¿qué? Como dice Trump.
Como subhumanos. O sea, Mexico people don't. There are respect.
Ay,
No lo sé, es que no sé cómo decirlo. Pienso que en otros países funciona, pero aquí no.
Okay.
We are not subhuman.
We are not. We don't have the. We are not brave enough. No somos lo suficientemente valientes. We are not brave enough.
No, we are not. ¿Cómo se podría decir que nosotros no lo vemos bien? O sea,
okay, we think it's inhuman.
Yes, we are not subhumans. We think it's human because
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We are Catholic. We are in a Catholic country.
Yeah,
Yes.
I understand.
Catholic don't believe in capital punishment. Yes.
Okay.
It's not correct. Yeah.
Okay, guys, very good.
I don't.
Oh yeah, okay, very good. Thank you, Andres. Okay, guys, let's go for the vocabulary activity. Vocabulary. It says some controversial issues. Read and listen, then listen again and repeat. You have censorship of books and movies, compulsory military service, lowering the driving age, raising the voting age, and prohibiting smoking indoors. So please listen to the pronunciation And if you have questions on vocabulary, you can ask me.
Read and listen.
Censorship of books and movies. Compulsory military service. Lowering the driving age.
Raising the voting age. Prohibiting smoking indoors.
Now listen again and repeat.
Censorship of books and movies. Compulsory military service. Lowering the driving age.
Raising the voting age. Prohibiting smoking indoors.
Do you have any questions on vocabulary?
Yes, compulsory military service. Es como obligatorio.
Yeah.
Convocatoria.
That is compulsory. No, es obligatorio.
Compulsory.
Compulsory.
Lowering the driving
Bajar,
age.
bajar,
Ah,
bajar.
bajar, ¿verdad?
Yeah, bajar. That is lowering.
¿Qué están haciendo en el primero? En censorship.
Censorship of books and movies.
Ah, ya.
Censura.
Censura.
Sí, censura de libros y películas.
Dependiendo del tema.
Yeah.
Raising the voting age.
No more questions?
No, teacher.
Okay, Joali, no questions?
No.
Raising is the opposite to lower.
Of lowering, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Raising is the opposite of lowering.
Yeah, okay. Smoking doors. Okay, no.
Okay, no more questions, guys?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, let's go to the next page and we're going to do the listening activity that we have. We have two listenings. It says, listen, activity B. Listen to activate vocabulary. Listen to people's opinions about controversial issues. Complete the chart with each issue they discuss. Use the vocabulary for the other page, okay? So listen.
Listen to people's opinions about controversial issues. Complete the chart with each issue they discuss. Use the vocabulary. 1.
Oh, no. I can't believe how inconsiderate people are. My eyes are burning and I can't taste the food. I really think smoking should be outlawed in restaurants.
2.
I'm a pacifist. I'm against all wars, no matter what. I really think governments would be less likely to go to war if there weren't so many soldiers to send. Let's change the law so the government doesn't have such a large military force.
3.
Look at this article in the newspaper. It says research has proved that 16-year-olds are not mature enough to drive cars. People shouldn't be permitted to drive until they're at least 18. I think we should change the driving age.
4.
I think it's ridiculous that people can go in the army at 18, but they can't vote until they're 21. 18-year-olds are smart enough to vote.
5.
Some of the things you see on TV these days are horrible. I don't want my children watching so much violence and immoral behavior. Can't we stop the TV stations from showing such terrible stuff?
Okay, listen one more time, please.
Listen to people's opinions about controversial issues. Complete the chart with each issue they discuss. Use the vocabulary. 1,
Oh, no. I can't believe how inconsiderate people are. My eyes are burning and I can't taste the food. I really think smoking should be outlawed in restaurants.
2,
I'm a pacifist. I'm against all wars, no matter what. I really think governments would be less likely to go to war if there weren't so many soldiers to send. Let's change the law so the government doesn't have such a large military force.
Three,
Look at this article in the newspaper. It says research has proved that 16-year-olds are not mature enough to drive cars. People shouldn't be permitted to drive until they're at least 18. I think we should change the driving age.
four,
I think it's ridiculous that people can go in the army at 18, but they can't vote until they're 21. 18-year-olds are smart enough to vote.
five,
Some of the things you see on TV these days are horrible. I don't want my children watching so much violence and immoral behavior. Can't we stop the TV stations from showing such terrible stuff?
Okay, guys, so tell me what are the issues they are discussing. Let's begin with number one. Andres, what is the topic this person is discussing?
First one, prohibiting smoking indoors.
Yeah, prohibiting smoking indoors. Yes, that is the one. So I'm going to put the number here so you know exactly which one we are talking about. This is number one, prohibiting smoking indoors. Okay, Ale, what about the second one?
Compulsory military service.
Yes, that is number two, compulsory military service. Very good. Joali, what is number three?
Lowering the driving age.
The opposite, raising.
Raising the
driving age. Yeah, this is number three, but with this verb, raising. Okay, so raising the driving age. Okay, Andres, what about number four?
Lowering the vote age.
Nope. Number four, no.
Or raising the vote.
Nope. Okay, we have less than 1 minute. Connect again and we check the answers 4 and 5, please.